Travel and bang, baby. You ready? Let's get into it, baby.
Ah, yeah. It's time to travel and bang, baby.
Okay. This is the most... I saw this actually posted in one of my favorite Red Pill forums on Facebook. This is the most important question of all time. And before we get into it, please subscribe. Don't be a hater. Don't be negative. Let's conglomerate. Let's come together. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, and also check my free coaching, coachtheworld.com. If you would like a free coaching, I will do one, even, and if I really like your situation, your story, I'll give you 2 free coachings. Okay, that's 2 free coachings. You know what I mean? As long as you don't come to me with some extra simp stories, you know what I mean, that where I feel you can't be helped. Okay, let's get into it. So, gentlemen, the grand question of them all is, how many times should I go on a date before before it becomes intimate? You know what I mean? How many times before she does double monkey backflips, okay, with me, doing the naked watusi, okay? How many times? Honestly, gentlemen, I know there's different opinions, but the real deal thing is, it's like baseball, 3 times. If you, by the 3rd time of meeting the woman, if you're not being sexually intimate with her, then you charge it to the game, you move on. Okay, not in a bitter way, okay, but you move on. And even if she asks, well, what's going on, what happened, then you can lay it down for the woman and say, I'm sorry, but we've been out 3 times, and I don't think you don't have really deep attraction, because because what ends up happening, gentlemen, if you go more than 3 dates, can I, Rose, baby? If you go on more 3 dates, she's what Alan Roger Curry would define as a manipulative time waster, okay? Either a manipulative time waster, she wants you to be her male girlfriend, all right? Or B, meaning she's friend zoned you, or B, she's too traditional. She's stuck in a past Disney-fied era where she thinks that she should see you for 1 month, 2 months before she gets sexually intimate with you. How do you know this? How do you know this? You're probably thinking like, well, how do I know this? Meaning, first date, that's a meet and greet. You're exchanging, you're bantering, you're passing your shit test, okay? By the end of the first date, you should already be kissing her. You should already be French kissing, okay? Every date I've had, understand, maybe out of 9 out of 10 dates I've ever had, even the ones that didn't want to see me again, I kissed all the women. So you should already be making out. You should already make the move, okay? Alan Roger Curry, who I look at as a mentor, as a veteran game lord, okay? A game lord, a man who's a guru in social dynamics. To me, he's up there with Owen Cook from RSD, okay? He said to go for mode 1. And we already touched upon in other videos why you go mode 1. Rollo Tomasi said mode 1 is going to be the future of dating for all men. Why? Because of the hyper 3rd wave feminism movement that's going on that puts men at risk for being falsely accused for sexual assault. You understand? Not being direct and putting all the cards on the table. Some bad, really ugly things can happen, okay? And that's on that scale. But you want to be mode 1 to get this out of the way. You know what I mean? Mode 1 being direct, that you want to be intimate with her, to get rid of that aspect that could blow up in your face. You know what I mean? Because there was no communication. You just told her what she wanted to hear, and then you weren't feeling it. You move on, and all of a sudden there's 2 police officers at your door saying, Melissa Schnackerbacher said you sexually assaulted her. Sir, you're under arrest. And even if you get the best lawyer in town, the damage has been done. The shit smear campaign has been accomplished. Even if it's on the internet, you're on the wall of shame. You're going to be viewed as a sexual predator, okay? For no reason other than the fact that there was a backlash, an act of revenge because you didn't communicate how you're getting down. And the woman might be living in this Disney-fied mental, psychological landscape, has daddy issues, borderline personality issues, bipolar disorder, all the above. And now she's upset because you didn't fulfill, because she was projecting a fantasy onto you and you didn't fulfill it. And this all can be avoided by being mode 1, being direct, communication direct, all right? So when you communicate direct, like I said, at the end of the first date, you should be already French kissing her, right? Maybe in the parking lot or whatever, you're out in a public area. You need to, if she pulls away, if she pushes, I don't kiss on the first date. You charge it to the game. You move on right there. You don't want a woman who has a low IOI, indicators of interest. You don't want that. So you're not going to see her at the first date. If she pushes, she rejects you. She does this move when you go in for kiss. It's over. There's no part 2. This is not playing hard to get. She's just not feeling you, man. She's there to waste time. She's a manipulative time waster. She's there for validation purposes, okay? So say that you kissed her. You got that out of the way. Second date, you go out again, right? Somewhere, preferably, if you do the research of psychology, you want to go somewhere a little bit dark. You want to, Coach Corey Wayne even said, go at night. Do not go on platonic times of the day. That means no daytime meetups, like coffee dates and all that jazz. Going in a group of friends, you will say no to that because the friends will be cock blockers, okay? They will keep a barrier in between her and you, building sexual tension, okay? So no friends, no groups of friends, no nothing, no platonic atmospheres, okay? You want the ambiance to be conducive to building sexual tension, all right? So you meet her up at a bar, a pub, whatever, okay? Now you're taking it up a step further. Now your making out session is a little bit heavier, you know what I mean? A lot of groping, like on that level. You push it, you bump it up. And of course, you know, unless you're into that type of thing, you don't want to have any sexual intimacy in public. You can do it. I know I practice it a lot, but you might not want to do that because you might get caught up and arrested for indecent exposure, public, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, the third date is at your crib or her place, whatever she feels more comfortable with. You invite her over, you know, maybe you cook some dinner, or maybe you just invite her over like I invite women over for drinks. Say, come over, I want to invite you over for champagne. You want to come by at 8? Now, if she's talking about like, nah, I don't want to, you know, let's go somewhere public, you already got your answer. She's not feeling you. You cut her off. You cut her loose and be like, oh, okay, well, hey, you know what? It's been nice, but I think I get the drift. And that's when you break it down to it like, no, if you don't trust me by now to come to my place or let me come to your place, then I think, you know, hey, if you change your mind, you know, do the takeaway, leave the door open, all right? So by the third time, she should be doing double monkey backflip. She comes over, you might have a drink. I'm going to get into nuances about this. When I say come over for a drink, I mean 1 or 2 glasses of champagne or alcohol beverage. I'm not talking about getting her drunk. Do not do that. Do not do that. As a matter of fact, when I see that, I don't do any intimate things with women who have had lots of alcohol beverages, okay? I would prefer to be sober, to be honest with you, but I know in the world we live in that drinking some beverages, or some people like to enjoy 420, okay? You know what I mean by 420? To loosen up, loosen up the inhibitions. But that's it. It's for, I call it social drinking. That's it. But nothing over the worst case scenario, 3 glasses of champagne, or if you have a more hard liquor beverage, never over 1 glass. You don't want to get caught up. You shouldn't. If you have to get a woman intoxicated to get her intimate, you're playing a very dangerous game, gentlemen. Not in this day and age. You don't want to end up in a really a messed up quagmire of a situation that I just touched on before. You know what I'm talking about, okay? So you're intimate by the third date. That is the answer, the third date. If not, she's a manipulative time waster, is using you for validation, okay? And you should already be making out, Frenching on the first date. Listen, I'll be honest with you. With the women I like are the hell yeah girls. I touched upon that in another video about the hell yeah girl and the yeah, I don't know type of girls, right? You want to be with the hell yeah girls. They are hell yeah. They want to make out with you. They want to be intimate with you, sexually intimate with you. They like it. They enjoy it. They want to get piped down. They want that. That's what they want from you. You want those women that are highly attracted to you. And everything will be like swimming with the stream, the current of water, instead of swimming upstream and you're feeling like everything is like pulling teeth. You understand? Now, I've dealt with girls that I've already, on the first date, I've had girls who say, hey, let's skip all that. And it shocked me, where the woman just literally says, hey, come to my place. We'll hang out on Netflix and chill. They wanted to, on the first date, already be intimate with me. You know what I mean? They're like, let's skip all that. Come on, you know what I mean? I remember when I was working in Kuwait, there was this one woman, talk about serendipity, okay? We're gonna talk about that in another video too, serendipity. Just situations that miraculously work in your favor. This woman that I hollered at on LinkedIn, because I told you about, doing game on LinkedIn, was right down the street from me. And the first day she came to my place, she showed up at my place wanting to get down. And I actually turned the tables and said, no, not now. I don't know why I did that. Maybe because it caught me off guard. It put me in a state of shock. But she literally came over ready to get piped down right then and there. You understand? Because when she saw me, from the pictures, she saw everything. You talked on the phone, you know what I mean? Her interest levels were so high. Her sexual attraction for me was so out of this world that she said, no, let's get to it right now. And I literally, which I would never do again. And I was like, no. And then the second time she came over, it was on like Donkey Kong. You know what I mean? We had some bourbon and Coca-Cola, and drank, listened to some really awesome ambiance movie. Ambiance music lounge music she had on her phone. It was the weirdest shit. I never did the boom boom. I never did the boom boom before with a girl like this. She blew my world, man. She rocked my world, man. It was just, the whole thing was awesome. It was cool. It was like one of those situations where you were the woman where she was just, your senses, the pheromones, everything was just right. And two people really, just really at that moment in time were on the same sheet of music, you understand? So boom, on the second time that happened for me. So most of the time for me, it happens on the second date. You know what I mean? But because we're talking about the common day, run-of-the-mill, mainstream American woman, they're probably, you want to wait till the third. You know what I mean? Because of what I call the anti-slut defense mechanisms instinct in a woman's brain. A lot of women want to get intimate right away, but they'll postpone it because they're scared of slut shaming, dude. I'm gonna tell you straight up, because it's been programmed in society that if she makes it easy, that she's a dirty, dirty little whore. You know what I mean? And so usually on the third, and anybody who waits longer than the third date for intimacy is kidding themselves. You're getting used. You're getting used for validation, or you're with a very, very traditional girl, and the juice won't be worth the squeeze. The time, 30 days later, when you do get to be intimate with her, you'll be severely disappointed because she's probably into some really mediocre, boring, starfish, just lay there and, you just don't want to, don't do it. Third time, gentlemen, third time. This has been a Travel and Bang Boss Game Advice column. Holla at your boy. Check you next time. Ciao.